What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? So, today I'm going to talk about myself on how I got into PvP. This is the best time to do it, but alright, so let's talk a little bit about myself. So, when I got into PvP, which was Elden Ring, but let's just start with Bloodborne. Bloodborne was my first Souls game. It wasn't my first PvP game, but it was my first Souls game. So when I played Bloodborne, I got it right as soon as it released back in 2015. Played it for like maybe an hour, and I just didn't like it. Like I just hated it. Didn't know what to do. I just kept dying, respawning back to the same spot. Didn't know where to go. Didn't know where the next checkpoint was. Didn't understand the mechanics at all. So I dropped the game for years, and about 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I was going through my games and I'm like, I want to play Bloodborne. I want to play Bloodborne again. But this time I got on YouTube and looked at the mechanics to see how the mechanics work. Once learned how the mechanics worked, I fell in love with Bloodborne ever since. I finally beat the game, and dude, it was by far the hardest Souls game that I've ever played. Which, of course, that was your first ever Souls game. Any Souls game that you play first is going to be by far the hardest because you had no idea what to do, you know. But yeah, Bloodborne is definitely by far my favorite Souls game, by far. It's way better than Elden Ring. Just something about Bloodborne, bro. It's just the dark scenery and what all that. It's just so good. All right, so now when I got done with Bloodborne, I'm like, should I even play the Soul series? Because I didn't want to waste all that money and be like, well, I just wasted all this money down the drain and don't even like none of them. But I'm like, well, screw it. I'm just gonna go get all three and play them. Play DS1, bro. Beat the game. Fell in love with it. It was so good. So good. Play DS2. Beat it. It was it was okay, but it's just what makes DS2 so weird is that is when you go from Bloodborne and Dark Souls because they pretty much have the same move style. I mean they don't have the same move style, but you could tell that Bloodborne and DS1 and DS2 they were Bloodborne and DS1 they were made by of course FromSoft, but you could tell definitely by somebody done a different project on DS2. A game developer, a different game developer made DS2. And what I really didn't like about DS2 is just the moveset. Like the moveset just threw me off so bad compared to DS1 and Bloodborne. But overall, the game was fantastic. Like the game was absolutely beautiful, so gorgeous. Dude, it was so gorgeous. Now, if Bluepoint ever remade DS2, because dude and Bloodborne, oh my god, man, like it's like Bluepoint games done so good on Demon Souls, so good on Demon Souls. But we'll talk about Demon Souls here in a minute. So when I get done being DS2, I play DS3, which is by far my favorite in the Soul series. DS1 is definitely the second one. DS2 is my third. But DS3, bro, was so damn good. But I will never forget when I fought the Nameless King for the first time. He was literally the hardest boss that I've ever fought, ever. Couldn't beat that fucker for nothing. But I kept trying and I kept. It literally took me no shit, probably about 200 tries to kill him. Cause let's just say this: when I've done my first playthrough of DS3, I just couldn't beat him, so I'm like, you know what, fuck him. I'm not even going to. I ain't going to even mess with it. And I've replayed DS3 like so many times. Like I've done so many playthroughs of DS3, and then one day, I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna go beat this fucker. I'm gonna go beat this sack of shit. And dude, I will never forget the first time that I I've ever beat him. Dude, I had probably like 20 HP left, and he had just one more fucking hit, dude. And I'm like, just please, dude. I was so nerve wracked that I literally just didn't even give a shit, dude. I just ran in there and I hit him. And dude, when I beat him, I jumped up for joy, bro, because I mean, who wouldn't when you're sitting there, trying to kill a boss that's, that's the hardest boss that you fought. Well, despite of that, Elden Ring. Well, it was DS3 and then I played Demon Souls because as soon as the PS5 released, I got the PS5 with Demon Souls. I played Demon Souls, beat it. Dude, that game was so great, bro. Game was so amazing. The graphics, the moves, like Blue Point Games, dude, did so good on Demon Souls. And whatever they remake in of the Souls genre, bro, I'm telling you, it's going to even get any better. They are so good. Shout out to Blue Point Games because they are so damn good. And I've never played the actual first Demon Souls. I never actually played the first one, but I did play the remake. Dude, and the remake, dude, is just so good. And so now let's talk about Elden Ring. Oh boy, Elden Ring. Yeah. Okay. So Elden Ring, when I first, hold on, what's that grace called? What's that grace called? Let's see, what was it? First step? No. Okay, it was Standing Graveyard. Okay. So when I first opened the door and seen the open world of Elden Ring, holy fucking shit. I'm like, oh my god, bro. This game is now, of course, we're in a generation now where graphics are off the chains. Of course, Elden Ring is more better looking than all the other Souls games. Now, despite of graphics and the open world, so when I beat Elden Ring, I'm like, I want to just try PvP out. I had no idea what a red is. Well, I knew what a red was, but I didn't know like what they were for. I mean, I knew what they were for, but I just didn't know what I wanted to go with, like being a yellow or a red or a blue or. So I just put them a yellow sign, and I was a shit ganker. I ain't gonna lie, I was a dog shit ganker. Me and my friend. You know, when I first got into PvP, so when I first got into PvP, Elden Ring was my first PvP experience. Now, well, I take that back. DS3 was, but I wasn't really a tryhard in DS3 because I just really didn't care about it. But I invaded probably like 10, 20 times. So I really didn't have that much of experience because I had no idea what to even do. you know. So then when I got into Elden Ring, I'm like, okay, well let's just play, Elden Ring and PvP and see what this is about. So that's where I met some of my friends is through Elden Ring PvP, and so me and my friends, well, it was only one friend that I had at the time. We just started ganking, and at first, we were doing 3v1s. We were just dog shitting invaders, dude. We were just destroying them in 10 seconds. And I told him, like, bro, this is getting really boring. We need to switch it up, bro. And let's just stop bringing in a hunter, and let's just start bringing in two invaders. Well, when we brought in two invaders, we would get our ass kicked every time because we're starting to see how these invaders play. And it's a lot different when you're fighting, one invader with three people. And now it's a 2v2, now it's an even match. So after months came, in a 2v2, I just told myself, I want to become a red, I want to invade, you know. So when I started invading, bro, I was dog shit, dude. I was just completely dog shit. So I'm like, I really want to be good at this game. I really because PvP, it touched my heart, man. Like it did. So I'm like, I want to get on YouTube. I want to. So I put in how to become a better invader. Well, this is where I found J9 and Steel. And I ain't gonna forget Chase the Bro too. But despite of those three invaders, I want to talk about them. No, not in a bad way. No, definitely not in a bad way. But I want to go with Steel. I want to go with Steel first. Reason why I want to go with Steel and Steel, man, I hope you watch this video, bro, because you need to listen to what I gotta say. Steel, he is a really, really good guy. Funny as hell. Just a beautiful soul, man. He is. He's just an amazing guy. So about Steel, just something about his play style, just it it it, it melts me because I just love the way his play style, is. You know, I'm like because it's my type of aggression. He has more aggression than any other invader that I've ever seen, and that's the type of aggression that I like. And so, Steel is by far the second best invader in the world, hands down, hands down. I don't care who you are. Steel is literally the best second invader in the world. Now, J9 is by far the first, but we'll talk about J9 here in a minute. But yeah, still like man, he is he's a really good guy, man. I fought him a couple times. He's really passionate about about his you know about his career, which that's that's really that's a really really good thing. And guys, sorry, I chewed tobacco and I'm getting ready to put one in because I'm just hyped, bro, because I really want to make this work. I really want to like start a channel with playing video games, just playing PvP. You know, because bro, it is like it's fun as shit. Like it really is. But yeah, like my hat goes off to the Steel and J9 and Chase Bro. Like my hats go off to them big time because Steel was the one who taught me how to do chainsaw. And dude, so listen to this. I done the first time that I was doing chainsaw. I'm like, well, hell, this don't even work because I'm doing the right buttons. I'm doing everything right. So when I kept watching Steel's video on how he explains it, I'm like, well, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm not pushing down that button right. Okay, so well, anyways, so I finally got down chainsaw glitch. I finally got it down. 4 days after. that I learned Chainsaw Glitch, they patched the shit. And I told my friends, I'm like, well, I was at work and my friends were telling me, oh my god, bro, they patched Chainsaw. I'm like, no fucking way. Got on the patch notes, bro. Fucking, they did. How in the hell can someone go from learning Chainsaw Glitch and then 4 days later end up banning the shit? I thought they would never even want to touch Chainsaw. I really didn't. But I wish I could look back and say, hey, I wish I learned Chainsaw sooner. But the only time that I used Chainsaw was against complete shitters, just like J9 and Steel does. The only time that they used it was against complete fucking shitbags. But yeah, dude, me and Steel, we fought a couple times. Like I said, Steel, he is a really good guy, really, really funny guy. I just wish, I wish he could come into the good country of the United States, because man, I would definitely love to meet this guy. I would definitely love to meet him, because dude, I swear, dude, I would literally dude, I would buy him the whole fucking buffet, bro. Like he's my favorite invader, like by far. He is by far my favorite invader. Now, let's talk about J9. I know J9, he's been around for quite a while. I know he's been around ever since DS3. Well, I don't really know if he played done PvP in DS1 or DS2, but I know he done PvP in DS3, and I know that he was the one who came up with the inventory thing like this. I do know that much, at least from that's what I heard, that he was the one that invented, this inventory slot thing. Now, J9, like I said, is by far the best invader in the world. I mean, hands down, bro. Like, dude, this guy can fight a 6-10 man player team gang, and dude, just somehow, bro, he still comes out victorious. It is insane how that man plays. But like I said, it's a God-given gift. It's a God-given gift, and I don't know what the religion is, but that's none of my business. But I hope they do see that God was the one who gave them this gift. Because if it wasn't for God, bro, none of us wouldn't be here. Like, it point period. Point period. But anyways, now, so I watched J9 a couple of his video. Well, not a couple, but I watched all his Elden Ring videos, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go back to the DS3 when he started, invading. And I'm like, bro, how does this guy do it? How does he do it? But it's a God-given gift. Now, J9, I know he has like this. Well, it's not really a weird tactic. Troll's about to die. Let's put that in. Okay. Now he does have this tactic where he uses let's say a weapon here. Well, let's do it like this. Like a weapon here, and then he'll have the bow right here, and which is really, dude. When he showcased that and why, because I watched a video on how he, how he has it set up like that, why he has his his weapon in the left hand. It is so genius, dude. Because what he really means is that he can use this bow, and if he needs to get into it like a quicker weapon, it's just so genius of him, dude. And then he can well, I don't think it's like that, but yeah, it's like he has the bow here. Yeah, let's put that there. So yeah, he'll have well, fuck. Okay, yeah. So he'll have the bow, and then like then he could just go like this. He has to like it's so genius when he was talking about that, dude. But I'm not really that good yet to be to have something like that. So you know. But yeah, like now, so I'm gonna talk about Chase the Bro now. I don't know really much about Chase the Bro, but I do know that he is really, really, really fucking fantastic at what he does. This guy dude. He can literally go all naked and just have let's say a dagger. He can literally go all naked and have a dagger, and just go out and just one shot these shit bags, bro. Like it's so crazy because he showcases all types of different builds and stuff, and it is so crazy. Like that's that's why I like Chase the Bro as my third invader. J9 still, and then Chase the Bro because Chase the Bro. If you want to, dude, if you want to do a magic build, if you want to do a pyromancy, dude, that is the guy to look up, bro. He is just so good of just coming up with all these different, um, what you call it, all these different, all these different builds. He is just so good at that. He is just so good at that. And so yeah, like, and I watch Chase the Bro all the time as well. And you know, but I do. I'm not gonna lie. He is more laid back and more professional than the rest of the two. Don't get me wrong, they are professionals as well. But I'm talking about as like like the guy like he never cusses, bro. Like Chase the Bro, I've never heard him cuss one time. Well, I heard him cuss multiple times, but when he's like doing videos, he don't really cuss at all. But he is just so humble and so loyal that he really don't talk about bad about anybody. And that just blows my mind because it's so hard not to talk about anybody in this fucking shit game. Not the game itself, but the PvP dude is just so ass. Like as a first and player comes to the game learning PvP, the game is just so ass because dude, I wish I was around ever since DS1. I wish I was, but I wasn't never around because in PvP because I back in high school. Let's see. Okay, so DS1 released in 2009, I think. Yeah, so I was a freshman in high school, and see, I was just into sports. I was a sports fanatic. I played football, and then after football, I would just do weightlifting and that type stuff. But I've never like I just wish I could have gotten to the PvP genre back when pretty much well Demon Souls released, but it was more of DS1 is what I guess was more better than um, Demon Souls. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much how I got into PvP. That's pretty much the person that I am today. That's how I became decent. I'm not good. I don't want to be by far called the best. I don't want to be called the best. But I do want to make this channel grow, guys. I really do. You know, and another thing, the reason why I didn't have audio, well, I had audio, but I just didn't have audio because, so, going on 5 years, well, 5 years in like a month now, I left my girlfriend, which now my ex, because, long story short, she ended up cheating on me, and it wasn't one time, it wasn't two times, it wasn't three times, it was like 4 or 5 times, and after that fifth time, a man can just only take so much. So I just sat down one night She never came home. I said, God, if there's any way that you can give me the strength to leave, please help me. And I kid y'all not, it was an hour later. I didn't even hesitate one time, bro. I just got up, stood up, grabbed all my shit, put it in my truck, and went back to my mom and dad's house. I haven't talked to her since. And so that's why I haven't been talking into the mic with doing invasions is because of that. Well, it's because when I moved back to my mom and dad's house, and I didn't want them to hear me talk about, cussing and stuff, and because I'm very vulgar. I mean, I am. When it comes to PvP, bro, I'm very vulgar, and y'all gonna hear me, rage. I mean, and my friends they laugh all the time, and it's and then when I go, well, I better not go that way because that mom. But yeah, I will rage. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna say shit players. I'm gonna say fuck boys. I'm gonna say everything, dude. I'm gonna say the whole, the whole 100 yards. I'm gonna say it. But yeah, I mean that's how I got into PvP, and I absolutely love it just because of those three guys right there. Mainly still was the one that why I got into Invasion so much is because of him. And like I said, I definitely put my hats, I put my hats off on all three of them. But yeah, guys, that's the story of me wanting to become an invader. And I just hope one day that Steel or J9 we can literally talk and they can show me how to become a better, absolutely better invader. And I was watching Steele's video one day where he was teaching some guy that you know when you swap like to this, you don't have to necessarily swap to the whole uniform. Like you're doing duels and stuff like that, because when you're swapping, you want to like look at your screen, look at your inventory like this, like I'm looking at it now, and you also want to keep an eye on your foe, your opponent, and the spacing is like the biggest factor in PvP, and that's what I've got to learn to get better at is more at spacing. Like I know the basics of of PvP. It's just my spacing my spacing is decent, but excuse me. But yeah, my spacing is decent, but it can definitely get a lot better. And but yeah, guys, that's pretty much the story of me. The story of how I become, an invader. So, I'm gonna cook up some invasion videos where y'all can actually hear me, you know, hear me fuss up a storm. And I'm sorry if y'all hearing like wind through the headphones. It's because I had my fan on me because I was getting so damn hot. And it gets really hot in my room. But yeah, I want to cut it here, guys. And again, I hope this channel grows. I want to try to make it grow. I want to, ask for help, from Still and J9, Chase the Bro, see if they can give me any advice. And I hope somebody, shares the word to them on this video. And I love you guys. Like J9, Still, Chase the Bro, you guys, like y'all three are in my heart. Y'all really are. Y'all are the ones who brought me into this PvP experience, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm really grateful for it. And yeah, guys, thank y'all so much, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.